Hey guys, back with another YouTube video. In this YouTube video, I'll be making a map script and showing you guys everything you need to know. So the link to everything will be in the description. I'll have the what is it called? So I'll have all of the stuff that I have right now. I'll just put that in the description as like a model so you can download it. Just take it out of your toolbar and like do that. So the first thing you're gonna want to have is like some sort of spawn area, right? So when you have this like spawn area, what you want to do to like make your map is like you want to build around it. So like you kind of go like, just you want to do anything, like anything goes, like whatever you build gets spawned in when the map generates. So like you kind of just want to have like anything, you know what I mean? So like command duplicate so you can like this is just like a quick example so I can show you guys. Like you can make something like crazy, but for this video I'm just gonna show you guys like so you see like I got this basic and like if you wanna have like holes going out of it like this, then you're gonna wanna have it so it connects to those holes and it will always spawn at those holes, like no matter what happens. So just make sure that it's always like aligned up the way you want, and whatever way you see it right now is what it's gonna look like when it spawns in. So kind of just delete all of this because I'm done showing with you guys that. But so I'll show you guys the actual script now. So kind of what's happening right now is you want to put all of your maps here. So what you where you put your maps is you go into server storage, and what it does is you see how it says map hospital. All it is checking for the name. So whatever name that is, it's gonna check for right there. So this is like then what it's gonna do is when it gets this like name, it's gonna clone whatever's there. So now there's two of this, and then when it goes to map hospital, let me see if I can find it. One second. Hold on. Yeah, so hospital. So what happens is like when it goes to hospital, it's gonna it's gonna say if the floor type equals 1. So what it does is it kind of like loops through every single different floor has their own floor type. And so if that floor type is the was the last floor type, then what it does is it deletes it by making its parent nothing. So then it deletes all of the generators because this is a thing for like if you want to have like a generator or something which activates the map, but you could also have like games, so like Murder Mystery 2 and stuff, you know what I mean? So what it does is it makes the hospital, which is above there, it cloned it. So this is the clone of the hospital. There's now two of them. And so what it does is it makes its parent workspace. So like all it does is it the second version, it drags it up here and then it just kind of appears. So you want to make sure like, everything is aligned up like the way you want it, you know, so that it works like well. So yeah, kind of like that. So, oh, it's still kind of not really that aligned. Give me a second. Yeah, so like that. Also, I do kind of recommend you guys lock, like you group everything together. You have to group this like, because like you have to group the whole map together. So I recommend you lock this middle, so you can kind of just like select all of it and then group it. So this is kind of like an advanced tutorial, because like you have to have like some sort of knowledge. But like I will still show you guys how to like let me check something. But yeah, I'll show you guys like just how you can trigger it, like so it's not just when you join in. So like, we got all of this now. You got your map, right? So yeah, so you got your map, put it back, and I'm gonna put it back because it won't work if I don't. So now that you got your map, which if you want to add like more maps on, you gotta copy an entire section. Well, first thing you want to do is you want to like so let's say I'm trying to add a hospital, right? So, what you want to do is you want to go all the way up to if floor type. So you want to go to floor type, right? So you X and then you just kind of command V, right, to put down. So you just want to set if there's 3 floors, then you want to increase the value by 1. So since there's 4 right there, what you do is before else, you go like, because you don't want to put it before else. So then you kind of just increase this by 5, right? make that 5 instead of 4, and then you want to do so whatever the name, you have to put your name where you see how it says hospital? Well, hospital equals the clone. So you want to set one of these, and then once you set it, you want to get the name right there, and then you put it all the way down there where I had it before. So I think it's like yeah, you have to do it for each one though. That's the only like problem. But so then you do so now you put hospital, right? Because that's what your value up there. So hospital will be the same one for every single one inside this row. So you just make it so 5, right? But now you sort of have to like do that for each one. So you do floor type. So you have 4, right? Now you do 5. Um so this is kind of just the same thing. Like all you have to do is copy and paste it like for another map to spawn and stuff. Well, yeah, so that's all it really is. But if you want to add like an entire new map, you're gonna have to once you've done that to each one, you're gonna have to copy the whole like one of these whole things. Then when it ends at like so sort of like right there, because if you add another end, it'll error or whatever. So you only want one end after it, because it's ending the if statement, not like multiple stuff. So you copy that, then you just enter, and you just copy paste that again. So now, and then you just change the random value. So the random value is actually a value that gets generated up here. So what it does is it gets a random number 1 out of 4. So if you want to add another map, you have to change that to 5. And if so where it says where it says random value, you make that 5, right? So now if floor type, it does this all for you. The only thing you have to change is you have to change the this right here. So whatever map, since I don't have a 5th map, I can't do it. But like if you had another map, all you gotta do is change this name, and then you would just add another one down there, and then that's all you gotta do, like I showed you before. So I'm gonna kind of like go back. You know what I mean? Hold on, I can't see anything. Yeah, yeah, that should be good. So now when I press play, right? So this is like a final demonstration. Whatever time you put right here, you want to make sure whatever time you want is right here. So whatever time you put right there is going to be on this text GUI. Another thing I do want to mention that I forgot to mention is for your like timer or whatever and stuff. You can like literally make it anything you want as long as it has this script inside of it. Like you can like decorate it. Like I'll show you guys how to decorate like some UI really quickly. You just kind of get like the same size as this, right? Like that. Then you just put this inside a frame. So like for some reason it's not making the same size even though it's okay, just if it does that, just scale it manually. So now that it's like the same thing as frame, what you can do is if you want it so it's like a white outline and it's transparent background, what you do is you do like 1, you set them both to 1. See, and then you just put a UI stroke. So you can like so it's kind of like a, black kind of thing now. So I want that to be white because white looks better on like this type of surface. So do like also you can do like the font that I like to use is like Telium Web, but like you can choose like any of these. But so when you have your font, you kind of go to like text scaled, right? And then change the text color to whatever you want. If you want to add like another stroke or something like to text, you can do a UI stroke on the text label so it gives it like a black border, you know what I mean? You can change like the thickness, like do whatever you want, dude. Like I'll make an entire tutorial just on like UI and stuff. Like you can make it have a corner, and the stroke will work with the corner. So look, you can just kind of have it like, all right, I'll just do it like this, I guess. It doesn't matter. Oh, I know why it's doing that. It's because it's the background. When the background is transparent, you're not able to move it because it thinks it's invisible. So you just kind of do like this. and then to like line it up, then just make it transparent again to move it around, Actually, I kind of want to put that UI corner back because that looked nice. So I'll actually change the time. So this is like kind of like a full demonstration. I'll change the time to 10 so it's like not as long. And then later on, like this is just like a brief, but this only works if when you first spawn in. Like another good idea is to put like a spawn point here, you know what I mean? So like it doesn't do that. So look, it spawns in your next map, right? I forgot to anchor it, but like if you have it anchored, then it won't do that. So you have your next map, and because all it did was it cloned whatever you made from oh, you got to go to here, but it cloned this, like, whatever you had there, and it just put it into work, made its parent workspace. So see, these are both the same things. Map hospital and map hospital, they're the same thing because it just cloned it, bro. So I'll show you guys, if you guys like wanted, if you guys already know how to make like events happen and stuff, like, you know how to trigger stuff like this, then you guys can like leave the video. But if you got other people want to like learn how you can like how you can make it so that like you can like press a button or something, or like when a map ends, like when you're playing like Murder Mystery 2 and all the people die, like so I'll show you guys how to do it. So like what I'll kind of do for this is, I know people are gonna give me like judge me for this and stuff, but like I like to make like a int value for like keeping track of stuff. So what I'll do is like what is it called? So local, like I'll make like a new folder, right? So instance.new, right? Because folder is equal to instance.new folder. So it just sets that value. Folder.parent equals game.service storage, and then so like I'll do like local. Actually, I'll make the name of folder so that you can change the name of it as well. Just by this is like an entire new tutorial. So like if you want to learn about this stuff, I suggest you watch like the other tutorials on this. You know what I mean? So like make the name so make like the name something like I don't want to do folder because I'm pretty sure folder's already set here, and like it'll confuse because it always goes by name. Roblox is sort of like that. Or like I don't even know. It's like sort of all that stuff. So folder.name could be like toggle, right? So local toggle on equals dot new. I mean, people like to use bool values, but like people are gonna give me people are gonna get mad at me for doing an int value, but I like to use int values. So kind of yeah, so like right here, I guess I think I'd put the if if toggle on dot value is equal to um 1, then you can like then you just kind of like put the whole script right there then. But since it's an if statement, which you have to put another end at the very bottom, so it's gonna error. You just put another end and it's like, so if on another thing you probably want to do is so it only runs once, but you can like bypass it only running once by just doing like toggle on dot change. So whenever a property of it changed, you can kind of just bypass like whatever stuff. So now when it changes, it makes if it checks if the value is 1, then do the timer, and then so when the timer is done, then change the map to a random one, because this is like a completely random process. It doesn't repeat. Like if it does repeat, then that's like random, because it got a random number. 1 out of 4, or I did 5, but like you can like customize it as you want and stuff. So what I'm gonna do to be able to toggle it on and off is I'm gonna make like a text, like a button, text button. I'm gonna do next map. The only thing about this though is like when the player first joins in, if you're gonna have to do something else because it checks for if it changes. So it's not gonna work when they first spawn in. They'll have to press the button or do whatever trigger, you know. Um, I'll just do this really quickly, like make it look a little bit better. Um, so like what I like to do is black like backgrounds and white text. Just white text looks better than black text, in my opinion at least. So like also text scaled, you always want to have like text scale. Like text scale, yeah, because that works. If you don't do text scaled, at least like scale your text up. So now you guys got like a button, right, that says like next map. You want to put like a local script. So local toggle equals game dot server storage wait for child. Let me get the name of the value really quickly. I could also you could also kind of like define this stuff. Like you can define it in server storage. This is probably more safe than what I'm doing right now. The only reason I'm doing this right now is because no, not server storage, server scripts service. But the only reason I'm doing this right now is so that you guys are able to like get the entire script without having to like make multiple scripts. It's just all in one package, you know what I mean? Like it works. So now that the instant value, right? So it's gonna be waiting for the folder. So to be able to call this value, you want to get the folder name toggle, right? So and then just wait for child again because this is the child of the folder. Well, I can't see that. Yeah. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see this. Oh shit, this whole time though. Hold on. Oh, I think somebody told me to like command V or something or like I don't know. It's not really working. Yeah, I don't know how to do it. Like com Yeah, it's not working. So wait for child. All right. So wait for child toggle on. I guess. Get rid of that script. I don't know where it went. Oh, it's up here. Okay. So it's like you're waiting for the child, right? So then when the player clicks, so it's like script.parent.mouse mouse click button click one connect function. I always do that function. So when the player clicks, this is just a click event. When the player clicks, toggle dot value equals um I think it's one, right? Yeah, yeah. So like wait like 0.5 toggle dot value equals 0. You know what I mean? So you could also put like a debounce in there. So it's like local debounce equals false just so they can't spam the button. So it's like if debounce equals false, then and then kind of sorry I wasn't talking there for a second. I was thinking. And you just do debounce equals false again so that it can be activated. Okay, so now when they click the button, it should change it. Oh, what did I do? Um, oh, I think I forgot to, I just messed up something. Hold on. You don't want the end. Maybe like end. And then like, okay. Hold on, this kind of stuff happens a lot when you do like, oh, this many if statements, kind of just crazy. Usually how I like solve it is I just spam n and then it kind of like does something like this, you know. You can kind of like, all right, that should work though. So when they click next map, hold on. Oh, it's because I'm stupid. I put it in a local script. You want to put it in a script, and then I'll just do just in case. That is, you don't have to do that. That's just that's just to tell me that it's like actually clicking. Oh, so I might have done might put out the text button in the wrong spot. Um, so it's not telling me anything about this. Maybe I'll try to like remove the debounce because maybe it's like screwing with it or something. Like if it's not even printing, if it's not printing, then that probably means the debounce is like, you know. Hold on, I don't know why it's not printing it. Oh, I could have to do like a remote, toggle. Mm. Okay, so I don't know. I'm just trying to find out what's the issue here. All right, so something is stopping it from even printing that. If I got rid of toggle. Okay, so that seems to be working. So maybe because I'm calling toggle incorrectly. So I'll do like click just to find out if that's what's happening. Just something like that. So if it clicks, yeah, so I'm probably just calling the toggle value incorrectly. Let's see how it is like in studio when we go in. So current server, server storage, toggle. So there's for some reason no value. That's why it's doing that. It's because there's no value inside of toggle, even though I did set a value. So what I probably did, I forgot to do its parent. Yeah. So dot parent equals folder. I already did folder, didn't I? That's gonna mess me up. So equals like full, yeah, you know what I mean? I don't want to mess myself up. Like it might like mess you guys up as well if I did that. So folder toggle, parent equals folder toggle, and then toggle on dot name equals just kind of like whatever you want. So I'll do just like make the name toggle, like I did before. Actually, so I would make the name that because it's calling for that. Oh man, I did all of that while I was. At least it saved it. Sometimes it like doesn't save or something. I don't know how that works. Okay. All right, so now it's working. Now all we have to do is change the value of toggle um equals so 1 weight 0.5 dot So like we're able to do it again, you know what I mean? Equals 0. Alright, so see, when you click the button, it starts the next map. So something I do suggest is you want to put like a debounce or something inside the script to make sure that the button isn't like spammed or something. But when you press the button again, it keeps playing the same, elevator. So actually in a second, so no, yeah, yeah, 1 second. It despawns it, right? So if there's like no ground right there, then all the players that were on the map fall through. I don't know if you guys want that. Just remove just wait. I put a wait in there. Just remove this wait wherever it says wait. So just remove that if you don't want like the players to die when it respawns. So just and then if you're trying to do like a murder mystery 2 map, you could like teleport the player or something, you know what I mean? So just kind of next map. And then you got all of this is automated, so it just does it over and over. So what happens if they spam it is and you don't add a debounce, it kind of just looks like this. So it's a little bit crazy. So don't spam it or else it like or put some sort of debounce there. Like um so I'm trying to think if there's like anything else that I haven't covered. Just in case you guys like want to know what's going on here for the I try to do like only one of this. So for the replicated storage event where it changes the text, replicated storage. So all it does is it just changes the text through script.parent.new text. So the property new text equals the text of the script.parent. And then the script.parent, so the text is would be changed to elevator leaving in the toString time, which time is the value that you set up here. So and then how the kind of the timer works is that um so it does all of this, right? So all of this is one large if statement. So if time equals 0, then play the entire script. Else, if it's not 0, then game.replicatedStorage.fire all events. The text changes to toString time. So whatever you put for time changes the to time. And then but the time value is constantly going down by 1. And this is an infinite loop that goes on. But it breaks at the very end because I put break. So it won't play it 1,000 times or whatever. So I'm trying to find where I put break. I should have put it like after the script, or no, I put it at the very end, yeah. So it breaks right here, ending the infinite loop when all of the script is done. So when it gets so how it's going is like, let's say the random value that it picked is 4. So first thing it's gonna do is say, if the last floor was the floor number 1, then delete then you want to delete all of the old stuff, right? So then you wait for 5 seconds so that if there's any players in the previous map, then they all fall. So like and through the ground, like in my opinion, what I would do here is kind of just like delete the map, delete the ground, and then put like a you want to put a spawn. It's like a spawn, you know what I mean? Inside of here. So you kind of like you can also make this transparent. If you don't want them to even see that, just put it underneath the map. And then so they spawn in, right? They press the button, start the game. So now you got your timer. So I'll show you guys actually what happens though if they don't get to the if the next map loads in. Oh, hold on, I gotta anchor everything. Let me just do that really quickly, like anyways. Alright, it should be working now. So look, they press the next map button so that the elevator leaves and goes to the next map. When the timer reaches 0, then it's gonna spawn the map, and then whatever the player so the player, yeah. So they do whatever triggers the next map to happen, and then it starts to load. Right. Hold on. It's supposed to delete it, I think. Oh, it leaves. There's a leaving timer. and then they fall through the ground, so they have some time to get back. Anyways, thank you guys for watching my video. I hope this helped you guys in whatever you're trying to do. Have a good day. Bye.